The structure and function of ASL. Today, we're going to talk about the structure and function of ASL. The structure means how it's built, the different parts that all come together to make it work. The function means how you use it. So first for the function, let's talk about what ASL is not. It's not the same as English. It's a different language. It's not easier than a spoken language. Maybe you struggled with Spanish, but that doesn't mean that ASL is going to be easy for you. It still has vocabulary, it still has a different grammar. There's still a lot of things you need to learn, and you're going to need to practice. ASL is not good for shy people. You have to be able to get up, to sign, to express yourself, to hang out with other people, because that's the only way you're going to learn is through practice and communication. And also, ASL is not universal. Different places have different languages, just like spoken language. Whenever there's a group of deaf people that get together, they develop their own language. They might interact with other countries and have influence from other languages, but it's still not the same. If ASL is not all of these things, then what is it? ASL is an organic, visual gestural language with its own grammar and syntax that is separate and distinct from English. It is the primary language of deaf adults throughout North America. So now we're finished with the function. Now we're going to focus on the structure. All those things that come together to make the language. They're called parameters, and we have 5 of them. These 5 characteristics combine to form each unique sign. Sometimes they'll have different labels for those. Here we call them parameters. But if you go to different schools and different books, they might have a different label. Some people call them the Stokey system because there was a man named William Stokey that first recognized all these 5 characteristics and how they work together. So it's named for him. The next one is called the phonemes of ASL. But phone, that means sound, so it doesn't really relate to ASL. But in other languages, they're called phonemes. That's why we use them. The last one are called charemes, because that root chair is from the Greek that means hands. So what are those 5 parameters? The first one is hand shape. ASL has 45 different finger configurations. You've already learned a lot of them with your alphabet and the numbers. But there's some others too, like a flat hand. Or this one, this sign that means holier than thou, or like a claw. So there's a lot of different hand shapes that you'll learn as we go through. The next one is palm orientation. That's direction that your hand is facing. Pointing it away from you can mean different than pointing it towards you, or whether it's up or down. So changing the way your hand is turned can change the meaning. The third one is location. That's the placement in relation to your body. Is it near your head? Is it near your chin? Is it in front of your body? All signs fit inside this invisible box that's right here in front of you. They're not going to be way up here above your head or off to the side. They're going to be here next to your body. But the placement can change the meaning as well. The fourth one is movement. You've already learned an example of this, like the sign help me is different than help you. The fourth one is facial expression. Some signs require a non-manual signal to show their full meaning. It can be the movement of your eyebrows, like whether they're up or down. It can be a mouth morpheme, like when you sign the word finish and say fish. It could be whether you smile or frown. That's going to add meaning to the sign. Without it, it can mean something different. So, hand shape. Second is palm orientation. Third is location. The fourth one is movement. And the fifth one is facial expression. So let's try that again. Hand shape, palm orientation, location, movement, and facial expression. I hope this will help you to remember the 5 parameters of ASL, because you're going to continue to use them throughout your study. So it'll help you to write things down and explain the different parts of a sign.